What's up, everybody? It's Matt, aka the Lumberjack Landlord, here for another amazing product review. So, fantastic responses to the product reviews. Make sure to send those to your friends that are landlords. This and these are products that we use in our now 117 unit portfolio, and we have done it all in the last 20 years, whether it's gut to studs, do additions, lipstick, whatever you want, we've done it in these units. And so these are the products that I've spent the time reviewing, installing, watching, and actually monitoring. Do they break? Do they constantly make tenants mad? Are they reliable? These are all the questions that I answer based on actual experience. I'm not getting paid for this. This is something where we want to make this very easy for other landlords. The only thing that we do is review the product based on our experience with the product. We also, for ourselves, figure out kind of that cost benefit analysis. Is it worth it? Is it not? So the next product that I have for you guys today is actually kitchen cabinet handles. So this in particular thing is a 14-inch bar. All right. And so one of the things that I think from a design aspect is that a lot of people like those little handles. And now finally the little handles, you can get a decent price at the big box stores. So what I don't like about the little handles is they're little. I have a huge hand. And so when I go to grab those things, if I use anything more than 2 fingers, my hand will likely get stuck. I am not a fan of those little tiny handles, and they look dumb. And it's you being cheap because they're a couple of bucks a handle. What if I told you this was a couple bucks a handle? Pretty awesome, right? So what we do is we've basically kind of figured out the ratio of the height of the door. Upper cabinets, as you guys know, those can be 30 inches, 24 sometimes, or 12 sometimes if it's over a fridge. But those largely, the wall cabinets, they're 30s, 32s, 34s, 36s, and in some cases 42s. I don't expect many of you are putting 42s in your units, but they can get that big. So what we like to do is we like to have a ratio. There's a couple of things you can do from a design perspective that actually really blow people away. Now, you don't put a 14-inch handle on a 24-inch door. That would look stupid. However, if you have a 36-inch door on an upper with a 14-inch handle, it looks extremely elegant. So you have to figure out the ratios that you feel comfortable with, but here's the idea. I buy sizes 3-inch all the way up to 24-inch. That's how big we go with these handles. That's why I recommend them. I always use a white shaker cabinet because they've stayed in style for over a decade. No one walks in and goes, "Ugh, the kitchen's dated," or "Ugh, it's blue." The gray thing will go in and out of style. The black cabinets in and out of style. The white shaker, pretty timeless. The espresso, those went in and out of style, right? White shaker, I have white shaker cabinets in some of my units that are 15 years old, and people are just like, "Oh, kitchen looks great." Yeah, it's 15 years old. I don't tell them that, but it is. It's 15 years old. So the cool thing about these handles is that they come in those sizes. 3-inch, which can be for that small kitchen drawer that you might need to put in like an 8-inch cabinet. You'll have a small 6-inch drawer. You can only get like a 3-inch handle on there. And I don't like using knobs. I'm just not a fan of knobs because I think that's really the way to cheap out. Everyone's like, "Oh, I got knobs for the entire kitchen," and it was $18. Yeah, cool. It only looks like you spent 10 bucks because it looks like garbage. So these handles, I love these bars. They look awesome with the white shaker cabinets. Again, 3-inch all the way up to 24-inch. And if you want to be really kind of unique and cool, there's a pretty cool thing that you can do with these handles too. Instead of on the lowers only doing them this way, you actually mount them this way, almost on the top of the door. Now, not a 14-inch handle on like a 12-inch door, or even a 24-inch door. If it's a 48 base cab, then you've got 24-inch doors on each side. I would not put a 14-inch handle, but I might put a 12, or I might put a 10. And so you need to figure out what ratios you look comfortable with. The key is the ratio of handle size to the doors. You need to stay consistent between lowers and uppers, but doors look pretty cool when they're mounted on like this on the bottom bases, because then they also match the way the drawers go. It looks really cool. And then on the upper cabinets, again, these things, 3 inches, please do not use a 3-inch. Don't tell people you watch my video if you put a 3-inch one on a cabinet. Do not do that. So make sure that you put these things on the uppers. Again, you want to use some real estate. This is a 14. So again, I might consider putting this on a 36-inch door. It looks amazing. It's elegant. It stands out. It doesn't look like you cheaped out. So now onto the next thing. Yeah, that's right. I told you that these things are under $2 a piece. Right now with inflation, they're right around that. They might be a little bit over $2. I buy them by the box. It's worth doing. I don't buy them onesie twosies. So I have stock of them. Here's the one thing that you need to know about these things. They're not solid steel, but when you feel them on the door, they don't wear out the slow close hinges because they're light. The only issues I've ever had with these is that I've had these pieces right here break. Now, again, I've installed probably 400 to 500 of these. I've had that happen 3 times. So it's not something that happens on a regular occurrence, but I buy the extra stock just so I have it, because this is our standard. How you minimize your costs in doing high quality rehab is you buy in bulk. If you're not ready to buy in bulk, then buy a couple, buy a box, buy a couple boxes. But again, these are the ratios that you want to work with. These are the handles that you want to work with. You walk into a cabinet store and you try and buy this thing, it's usually, you can pretty much count on, it's about $1 an inch. It's at least $1 an inch in most of those cabinet stores. This is about a $2 handle at 14 inches or $2.50. It's right around there. Inflation's changed the numbers a little bit. But again, you buy a box of 10, it's $25. No one's getting bankrupt over buying handles for their kitchen. If you look at the typical kitchen, you're probably talking anywhere from 12 to 20 handles in that range. Now, what does that mean you spent? I mean, you just might spend $50, $60 on your handles. You go through a handle store. I know I used to have to. When I went through a cabinet store buying my handles, because I wanted something fashionable, it was $8 to $10 a handle, pretty much standard. I didn't go with something so big and elegant because they were too expensive. And so I was spending typically $200 on handles. So I've cut my costs by about 80%, 75 to 80%. I've cut my costs in using these handles. Worst case is they break, you replace them, because they don't break that often. And when they do, it's a very easy fix. It's 2 screws and you put one right back on, you screw it right back in, and you're done. So I will have links down below for these handles, all the different types of handles. I will tell you that there's these, and you can get them. They're made overseas, like most of these things that just are labeled as such, but they're branded something different. I'm telling you, use the link that I send you in these things, because it will absolutely blow your mind. The quality isn't bad. It really isn't. See, I'm being pretty aggressive with this. It's not breaking at all. And so you can imagine what you have to do to really kind of break these things. It's usually because you got a faulty one. Not a big deal. It's a couple of bucks. But again, these handles, these metal bars, they're stainless. I believe these are stainless or nickel. I think these might be the satin nickel version, but you can get them in all different sorts of finishes. You can even get them in the rubbed bronze. You can also get them in the black. So you can get them in any different types of options. But again, these come from overseas. There are bags of 30 that you can also buy. I actually think my last order, I didn't buy them by the 10s. I bought them by the 30s, because we had that many kitchens that we're going to be doing in the next 24 months. And I just assumed have my stock, put a 14-inch up, put a 12-inch up, see if I like the feel, see what I really like about how it looks in the kitchen. But again, this is a lumberjack hack that actually saves you an absolute ton of money on your kitchen and gives you a high-end look. I can tell you that those solid bars, they're just not worth the money. They really aren't. I've had maybe one of those break on me. So, but I have probably a tenth as many of those deployed as I do of these. So your next lumberjack hack and your review is cabinet handles, and then looking at your ratios, sizing them to the doors for elegance. Another tip is, again, putting it on a horizontal flat on the base cabinets as opposed to the tops, to the uppers. And I think that's really all I wanted to cover with you guys today. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments section. Again, other landlords that are a friend of yours, send them this material. Tell them, I've already done the shopping for them. I've already found the best price because I'm buying them too. So any product that we talk about here on Lumberjack Landlord is product that we've deployed, that we've used, and we've had results on for quite some time. Guys, thanks so much. Please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you give the video the thumbs up so that silly YouTube algorithm picks it up. But most importantly, if you have any questions, put them in the box below. I'm happy to answer them for you guys. I hope you all have an awesome day. And we do have another 2 more reviews. Let's see. Yeah, we have 2 more reviews coming, I believe, this week. Thanks so much. Look forward to talking to you guys on my Sunday live stream at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, or check me out, Lumberjack Landlord, on Instagram. Thanks, guys. Take care. Talk soon.